last lesson, Unit 12. Hope you are all well, and I wish you safety, success, and happiness, and I wish you a lot of things. What about you? Do you have wishes? Do you have wishes for yourself, for your country? Do you have dreams? Do you have that wish like when we ask you to make a wish in your birthday, or like when we ask you on your exam sheet and write you best wishes? So this is your idea about wishes and dream? I think so, but today's wishes are different because today we are going to talk about wishes and regrets. Regret means like when you feel sad about something and you wish it was different and you wish it to be different. Like these examples. I wish I spoke a lot of languages. Actually, I only speak 2 languages, English and Arabic, and I wish I spoke a lot of languages. Also, I wish I were in the beach now. My family are there, but I am here on the platform in my work, so I wish I were in the beach. Let's take another example. I wish I had a car. I often take a taxi because I don't have a car. So, the fact about me is that I don't have a car. That is why I have a desire, I have a wish. I want this fact to be different. That is why I wish I had a car. But now I want you to tell me, do you think this sentence is in the present or in the past? If we look at the main word here, which is wish, I found that wish is in the present, so it is a present sentence. Then, if we continue, we will suddenly face had, which is a verb in the past, simple. So, is the sentence present or past? Okay, in another word, my wish about having a car is in present or ended in the past? Of course it is in the present, because now I don't have a car and now I want to change this fact and to have a car. So why do I use the verb in the simple past? Because this is the case here. We have to use the simple past after wish. Why? This is the meaning of wishes and regrets. And I want to add something that this is not past. This is what we call unreal past, because here the situation is an imaginary situation. The fact is that I don't have a car and I have a desire, a wish, and I have an imaginary situation here to have a car. That is why I said I wish I had a car. Let's go back to my previous example. I wish I were in the beach now. I want to pay your attention about the using of verb to be. Here I use were, and you know that in the past with I usually use was, but why do I use were here? Because in the imaginary situation, usually we can use the verb to be were with the whole pronouns as what we do in the conditionals, if you remember. Okay? I think the idea will be more clear if you open your books now, your student book, on page 90. Okay? In this page, we have different exercises. In the first one, we have to match the pictures with the regrets, then to match the regrets with the explanation. Okay? Are you ready? We have 10 pictures, 10 regrets. Hold your pens and start. Okay. The first one, I wish. These sentences are regrets. I wish I learned to drive. Yes, it's picture A. It seems that he doesn't know how to drive and he has this wish, and that is why he says, I wish I learned to drive. 2, I wish I studied more at school. Yes, picture E. 3, I wish I learned to swim. Look at this poor guy. He doesn't know how to swim, so he says, I wish I learned to swim. 4, yes, B. I wish I did more sport. Maybe he finds himself unhealthy, unfit. That is why he has this wish. He says, I wish I did more sport. 5, I wish I didn't give up playing the piano. Yes, it is picture C. Maybe this girl likes playing the piano, and she has this wish, or she finds it difficult to play the piano, but she has this wish. That is why she says, I wish I didn't give up playing the piano. So, 6, I wish I played football for my national team. I think this guy is an ordinary young man, and he has this wish to play with the national team. Okay? Let's go now to the next step. The next step in our exercise is to match the explanation of each picture to the regrets. Okay, let's take the first sentence. I don't have good grades to go to university. That is why I wish I studied more at school. So, what is the fact about this student here? The fact is that he don't have good grade in his baccalaureate. That is why his wish is, I wish I studied more. The second one, by the way, I chose only some examples, and you can complete the rest of the sentence by yourself in the same way, because it is only an idea of matching. The second sentence, I am not very fit to go upstairs. He feels that he is unhealthy, he is unfit. And his regret is, I wish I did more sport. Okay? The third one, which is J in your book, when I go to the beach, I can only walk in the water. I can only walk next or on the beach. So he is sad, as I told you in the first, at the beginning of the lesson. He feels sad and he wants this fact to be different. That is why he says, I wish I learned to swim. Okay? Now, in exercise 4, we have a easy quiz. After I wish, we use, look at the underlined words or underlined verb in the red. Do you think after I wish we use the present perfect, or the past? Of course, the past simple. Okay? Let's go to our next exercise. Exercise number 5. Here, you have to use positive or negative forms of the verb. So the verbs are already written. and you have to write them in the right form, according to the picture, of course. Look at the picture, the first picture. It seems that he doesn't bring his umbrella, so his regret is, I wish I brought my umbrella. The second one, of course, as you can see, it seems that the vase has broken. That is why her regret is, I wish I didn't touch it, because she has broken after she touched it. Another example, look at this man who is standing at his house door, looking for something, looking for his keys. He forgot his keys. That is why his regret is, I wish I remembered my keys. The last one, oh, the cakes has burnt. That is why her regret is, I wish I didn't forget. Take another look at the verbs which I used. Brought, didn't touch, remembered, didn't forget. So I am using here the pure past simple in the positive or in the negative form. That is our exercises in the student book. And now let's go to our activity book. In our activity book, we have 3 exercises. 2 of them on page 69, exercise 4 and 5. And we have in the language practice of unit 11 and 12, exercise number 6. In exercise number 4, we have to use the verb in the right form, like what we did. But I prepared another kind of a quiz, which is a choosing. Choose the right tense. It is like what you like the form of the exercise of the final exam. Okay, so we are agree that we have to use the simple past. Be careful. Look at the first picture. Yes, she is Indian, and she is holding an English newspaper. That is why she wishes, and she says, I wish I could understand or understood English. Yes, it's understand. Why understand? Verb 1, not understood, because we have here modal could. Remember, here is with the word could, we use the simple past, and remember that after modals, we have to use the zero form of the verb. The second picture, he has stuck in traffic, so he wishes, or he says, I wish I stayed, or I am staying at home. As we agree another time, although we are talking about a present situation, but I have to use past simple after I wish. Yes, I wish I stayed at home. He seems to be lost. Yes, I wish I had a map or a mobile. The last one, he is checking something in his phone numbers, or what's wrong with him. I wish I don't or didn't forget Omar's number. Of course, didn't, because it is the negative form in the simple past to use didn't with the verb. Another exercise. Here in this exercise, I prepared you 6 situations. These situations are the fact or the real situation which I feel regret towards them, and I want them to change. So, the first one, I spend all my money on my clothes, on a new clothes. I spend, so at the end of the month, maybe I won't have any money. So I spend all my money. We have to change it into I wish I didn't spend all my money on clothes. The second one, I don't go running very often. I am not very healthy, and I feel sad about that. So my regret is, instead of I don't go, I wish I went. I use the same verb, but in the it was in the negative, so I use it in the positive form, but in the past. I wish I went running very often. I don't read books, and this is not a good habit. I want to change it. I have the desire to change this habit. I don't read books. I wish I read books. Number 4. I don't have my umbrella now. I don't have my umbrella and it is raining. So, what is my wish here? What is my regret? My regret is, instead of I don't have, I wish I had my umbrella. I wish I had my umbrella now, in the present. Remember, it's an unreal past. Sentence number 5. I eat too many sweet cakes every day. I don't feel well. This is my habit. I have the desire to change it. That is why, instead of I eat, I wish I didn't eat. The 6th one, I can't see the step. I always fall over. I can't see the step. So what is my regret? I wish I could see the steps. These situations are in your book. You have to write them in a full sentence like this. And with this exercise, our lesson came to its end. I want to thank you, and I hope you have benefited from this session, from this our session here on the platform, as we have tried to cover as much as we can to complete your curriculum, which you haven't been able to complete because of the circumstances. And talking about these current circumstances regarding to COVID-19 pandemic, I want to send a message. I want to say thank you for all the teachers in the Damascus English platform and to our supervisor, Mr. Asman Qili, because they have risked themselves by leaving their homes to complete this national mission. And please, dear student, be safe, stay at home, and help our community to fight this pandemic. God bless you. See you.